You know, I joked a minute ago and I said, if they've got dictionary.com, what chance do we stand? And it was a joke, but it's also kind of real. They control everything now. They are in control of almost everything. Yeah, we'll show you next hour. They've changed Wikipedia, and they're just going in, and it's the founders that are cool with it. They're changing things on Wikipedia to make people sound better than they are and take away any of the distractions, as they would call it, because they need them in power. When you can change the meaning of words overnight, and the old authorities will stand by and say, no, that's the definition. And you stand there going, wait, when did that change? When did that change? And they just move forward as if there has been no change. It's made to make you feel alone. And I have to tell you, I think COVID has been used to make you feel very alone as well. It's being used to destroy businesses, destroy morale, destroy education. I think destroy our children. I don't know if your kids are suffering from COVID, but mine are. And they've had COVID itself. It was not a problem. The restrictions, the things that are going on right now, you lose meaning. You lose your way. You begin to feel very, very alone and defeated. And they want you to feel that way. If you were really, they treat us like we're children. We're not children. But it's an insult to parents to say we treat them, they treat us like children. Because that puts them in the parental role, and they're the worst parents ever. They're abusive parents. Can you imagine living in a household where one of the siblings, and I know we all thought this was true until we got older and we became parents ourselves, but imagine it was really, really, truly true, where your parents saw no flaw, and that other child, they never broke a rule. Even though they broke all of the rules, the parent would say, no, they didn't break that rule. In fact, you're breaking a rule by bringing it up now. You just hate your sister. And no matter what happened, that parent was always squashing you. When any objective person could stand on the outside that wasn't involved and go, what is happening here? See, the problem is it's happening around the whole world. And so nobody really can stand there objectively, except for those who have planted their feet firmly into principles we know we were raised on. In principles we know I don't know anymore. I don't know why I just paused when I was going to say, we know come from God. Do we all know that anymore? The right to free speech, do we even know what that means anymore? That means somebody can shout the worst things at you all the time. They can be just monstrous in their language. They have a right to say it. They have a right to say it. Go back and read the founders' words on it. The founders wrestled and got to a point to where they said the press even knowingly can be dishonest about the government, and it should be protected. I'm not saying shut these people down. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to do what they're doing. I'm saying there should be equal balance. And I don't mean forced equal balance. Just stop shutting us down. But that's real freedom of speech, where you're not afraid of the truth. Anybody who tells you not to read something, they're on the wrong side. Anybody who tells you not to think something, they're on the wrong side. Don't say things. They're on the wrong side. I would normally say that without a caveat. However, I'm telling my kids now, guys, don't say stuff. Don't. You're young. You don't need to pile that stuff up. You don't know what the world's going to be like in 10 years. Don't say it. That's not America. And they've accomplished all of this because they've lied to us. They've taken our money for our kids in schools, and they've told us, oh, yeah, we're just like you. And when we found out they weren't just like us, we thought, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Our kids know better. They don't. They don't. They don't know history. They don't know how to critically think for themselves. They're starving for something real. That's why suicide is up. Nothing is real. My mom committed suicide. I was 13 years old. And I thought I understood suicide. I thought I understood it, and it's hard to understand it unless you've been there, because unless you've been there, you think it's insane. And it is. It is. But not from the person who's actually thinking about it. It is the most logical way out of pain or loneliness or whatever it is you're dealing with. It seems perfectly logical. It's a trick the mind plays on you. And I thought I understood it, but I don't. Because there's something new going on. And it's almost cavalier. It's life is so cheap, nothing has any meaning. It doesn't matter one way or another. It's almost as you're already dead. Your body's still moving and you're still thinking, but you're not. I don't know how we got here, but I want to tell you that our caller said that's why Trump is getting out. That's why they have to get him out, because he, and so many of us feel like he's our last great hope. If he can't do it, who can do it? It's amazing how things are, how they turn out. When things seem like they're horrible, they turn out to be glorious in the end. And we could have never seen it. How many people do you know that are becoming hopeless, and yet they claim to be Christians? Man is not our hope. God is our hope. I don't know about you, but I would suggest we get down on our knees and then buckle up for an amazing ride to see miracles happen. I mean, miracles are things that you thought could never, ever happen. Well, I'm beginning to believe none of this can ever stop. This is just going to have to go. And it might, because maybe we're too unworthy to have this thing called freedom. But I do believe in God, and I do believe in miracles, and I do believe he hears people. I do believe he doesn't want to punish people. He allows them to feel the full effects of their decisions. He's not punishing anyone. But he can't protect you. He can't do anything unless we turn back to him. There is hope. Life does have meaning. We've just, I guess, denied it so long that too many of us are starting to believe it. But life has meaning, and tomorrow will be better.